Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Capital City News. I'm your host, Yusuf Mong. On this episode, we've got a look back or two, a history minute about Salt Lake City Cemetery, an interview with economic development, and our newest segment, In Other News. But first, in personal news, I can't wait for Get to Cooler. It's so hot. Ready for fall, or as I call it, sweater weather. SLC TV here at Open Streets in the Granary District. We've got it all. There's pickleball, soccer, food, live music, and beer. SLC TV here at Open Streets in the Granary District, where we've got a live pickleball tournament. It would probably be a lot better if I knew the rules to pickleball, but we are here, and I don't understand pickleball. It seems pretty simple. I feel like they're making it a lot harder than it looks. What? Who was... Here at Open Streets in the Granary District, we saw, well, to be fair, I saw something that caught my eye, and it's all of these little somethings here on this table. Can you tell us a little bit about what we got going on here today?
Yeah, so Chubby Baker is an Asian American owned bakery, so a lot of the flavors are inspired from things you can find in Asia. We've got hot guava, passion fruit, ube. They're all homemade and they're really, really tasty. I mean, there's not too much else to say other than you're going to want to eat more.
Yes. And see, if you can't make it to Open Streets Granary District, where are your physical locations?
So we have 3 locations. We have one in Salt Lake on 9th South and close to 300 East. And then we have one in Sandy and one in Orem right next to Trader Joe's.
Life's too short, you guys. Just come out, look at these. They're so beautiful. This is SLC TV reporting in from Open Streets in the Granary District. You've still got a couple chances to come by. Weekends, Fridays and Saturdays in September. This is SLC TV, Yusuf Mong reporting in from the best seat in the house. On to our newest segment, In Other News. Football related, State of Utah is doing exceedingly well in the Big 12. The University of Utah, ranked number 10, and BYU, ranked number 22, have gone undefeated in their first 4 games of the season. Unbelievable. Go Utes! And Cougars, I guess. In national news, do you know what Boulder, Colorado, Cincinnati, Ohio, and Salt Lake City, Park City have in common? Well, turns out they're the 3 finalists in the search for the future home of the Sundance Film Festival, starting in 2027. I know who I'd vote for. And I think you do too. And now on to international, or what could even be considered out of this world news, as NASA astronaut Sunita Williams takes over command of the International Space Station. This comes at the tail end of what was supposed to be an 8-day mission, turning into 8 months. Talk about going out of the way to avoid this year's election cycle.
Your vote, your voice, make it count. Now is the time for you, your family, and your friends to join Salt Lake City's 91,000 registered voters. The general election is on November 5th. Don't forget to fill out, sign, seal, and return your ballot by mail or at a ballot drop box location near you.
On this episode's interview, we speak with Katie Matheson from Economic Development, who took some time away from all of the festivities at Festa Italiana to talk to us about our Sister Cities program and our Italian sister city, Torino. Hello everyone, SLC TV here in Italy. Not really, we're actually at the Gateway. It's Festa Italiana. There's so much food, live music, some great events. We're also here with Econ Dev highlighting our Sister Cities program and our Italian sister city, Torino. Let's talk to some people. You want to like experience? goes as you suggested.
And find out we have.
One of the joys of my job is that I get to help manage the Sister Cities program. Salt Lake City has 6 sister cities with, the cities are in Japan, Taiwan, Russia, Ukraine, Italy, and Peru. Our oldest relationship is with Japan, Matsumoto. It's 66 years. Our newest relationship is with Trujillo, Peru. That's a little under 10 years. And the ultimate goal of the program is to build peace through people. And so you can do it in a variety of ways. The programming looks kind of different for each city, and also for like each decade. It just looks different depending on who is there and what the cities look like. So for example, we're here at Festa Italiana to talk about our relationship with Torino, Italy, which was established in the early 2000s. And it was established because both cities were hosting the Olympics around the same time. So the Olympics and sports tourism, their impacts on the economy, but also on the culture, they are a part of that relationship. They in Italy have a great higher education system. In Torino, we have a great higher education system here. But like our relationship in Matsumoto, Japan, for 30 years, we've had high school age students come here from Matsumoto, Japan, and tour the state, hang out in Salt Lake, learn, take some classes at the University of Utah, like some English classes. And now in Matsumoto, Japan, we have a generation and a half of people who are deeply connected to Salt Lake City and invested emotionally in the growth and the outcome and the joy of this city. And so large scale, especially as Salt Lake City grows towards hosting the 2034 Olympics again, this is a way in which we build out our friendships globally, and ultimately we can learn from each other about things like climate change, mitigation practices, about education in the 21st century, lots of opportunities to learn from and connect with our friends around the globe.
Manja, manja, manja! Here we are, the 9th annual Festa Italiana Pizza Eating Contest.
In this episode's History Minute, we take a look at Salt Lake City Cemetery, first established in 1847, and is still one of the largest cemeteries in the country. And with their unofficial motto, people are just dying to get in. That's not true. Don't quote me on that.
The Salt Lake City Cemetery, located in the heart of the Avenues, was established in 1847 with the burial of Mary Wallace. At 250 acres, it is the largest city-operated cemetery in the country. The cemetery is the final resting place of many notable Utahns, ranging from LDS church leaders and the state's most prominent politicians in history. But as with any cemetery, it's full of ghost stories and legends that have been passed down from generation to generation. One legend states that the Sundance Kid might be buried there under the headstone reading Hiram Beebe. Another is the mysterious headstone of Lily Gray that claims she was a victim of the beast. Perhaps the most interesting legend of the cemetery is that of Emo's grave. However, local legend states that if you were to light a candle and walk backwards around his grave 3 times, you'll see the face of Emo in the window of the crypt. Emo was actually Jacob E. Moritz, a local politician and the founder of the Salt Lake Brewery, who died unexpectedly on a trip to Germany in 1910. No one quite knows where the legend started, but it's well known throughout the city nonetheless.
That's it for another episode of Capital City News. Remember, this is your best way to stay informed and engaged with Salt Lake City government. You can do that by following us on social media at SLCGov, tuning into Channel 17, or subscribing to us on YouTube. Reporting in from a very dark room that is the studio here in Plaza 349, I'm Yusuf Mong.